So, folks, we have to talk about a weird story that people just don't seem to be discussing much today, which is there was an assassination attempt on President Vladimir Zelensky as he arrived in Dublin earlier today. And apparently, the only factor that saved his life was that his plane arrived early flying into Dublin because shortly after it arrived, four unidentified military drones entered airspace around Dublin in order to try and intercept the plane. It's currently still being investigated, but yeah, four unidentified military-style drones breached no-fly zone to target Zelensky's arrival in Dublin. The plane landed slightly ahead of schedule just moments before the incident happened about 11 p.m. Drones reached the location where Zelensky's plane was expected to be at the exact moment it had been due to pass. The drones orbited above an Irish Navy vessel that had secretly been deployed in the Irish Sea for Zelensky's visit. Sources have said that the drones took off from the northeast of Dublin, possibly from Howth, and flew for up to 2 hours. Inquiries are being carried out to determine whether the drones took off from land or from an undetected ship. As of the reporting on this, apparently they do not know who launched this. They do not have very many leads, and it is unknown, whether this is like some kind of mercenaries work, some kind of paid hit, some kind of Russian op. I mean, like the it's not that it's like obviously Russia is behind it, but in what capacity remains unknown. Through intermediaries, through small terror cells, we just don't know. And I mean, the fact that these were done with military drones, speaks to some pretty impressive funding. Those things can be very expensive. One of the things I just wanted to point out here. It is understood that the drones missed the approach of the Ukrainian leader's plane and then turned their attention to the L.E. William Butler Yeats, the Irish naval vessel deployed. The drones operated within 12 nautical mile limit of Irish-controlled waters. A decision was made not to shoot down the drones, and there was no ability on board the naval vessel to disable them. It is understood that an Irish Air Corps aircraft was also patrolling at the time but did not get involved. Yeah, so they didn't shoot down any of these. There's no wreckage to inspect. The investigation is going to be difficult, to say the least. We may never know exactly where these came from, what actors launched them, etc. But it seems weird that this seemingly hasn't penetrated into the American media sphere at this point in time. And I'm not entirely sure why, other than everyone is preoccupied with, our own internal domestic issues. But it is worth noting also that, Donald Trump et al. Are trying to pressure Zelensky into accepting a peace agreement that, he seems unwilling to accept, to say the least. And it is possible that this was done, and this is just some speculation on my part, it aligns well with both the stated U.S. interest of the current administration and Russia. So all of this is really weird and really sussy, and there's not really any leads in this regard. However, Zelensky did have a safe visit for the rest of his duration in Ireland. It is deeply frustrating. I would really like to know where our government stands on Ukraine, because right now it seems like we are treating Ukraine as our enemy, and it's deeply frustrating to me. My paranoia would also like to know who made the decision not to shoot down any drones, thus making sure there was no wreckage to inspect. Well, apparently the naval vessel that was stationed did not have capacity to shoot down drones. And it seems that the aircraft that was in the vicinity may not have had such a bit capabilities either. You know, like, Ireland doesn't have its jets scrambled to intercept drones at the moment. It's not that suspicious to me that Ireland wouldn't, like, immediately scramble anti-drone batteries or whatever, because apparently they don't really have much in the way of that. And that makes a lot of sense, because why would they have anti-drone operators scrambled in order to intercept drones? That just doesn't generally happen to Ireland. You can bet Ireland will be beefing up their anti-drone capabilities. I'm sure they will after this. Wasn't there just reporting a couple days ago about the US trying to evacuate him to Israel? Wouldn't surprise me. This is also not an isolated incident. Like, this isn't the first time mysterious drones operating within EU airspace have been cited to take down various air travel hubs throughout the continent. It's happened several other times, notably in Brussels and in Denmark, both of which a bunch of drones, swarms of drones, described as swarms of drones, penetrated airspace, disrupted air travel. I believe in one case, a nation opened fire. The Dutch military fired. I don't believe they were able to take down any of the drones, but they did open fire on them. It's real weird. Things are getting real, I would say, dangerous for Zelenskyy and for other members of the Ukrainian government. I think Russia is looking for an easy way to end the conflict by simply killing leadership to get new, untested leaders into power who will accept these deals being pressured and imposed upon them by the US government. That seems to be the play at the moment. It seems like a very Vladimir Putin Russian plot, but without any firm details on this. It's all speculation. If they kill Zelenskyy, then they just make him a martyr. Yeah, but there are factions within Ukraine, not large ones, but they do exist, that are keen to capitulate. That I do not think represents the majority of the Ukrainian people, from what I've seen in polling and such. So I just wanted to bring this to your attention. Like, I don't have a whole lot of analysis on this other than, but I feel like this is just something that should generally be known for the sake of you guys being informed and knowledgeable about foreign policy. Do you think there will be an economic collapse soon, or will the government keep printing money to prop up the terrible economic situation? I don't think the government can print off money fast enough for the economic damage that has been done. So, yes, I think there will be economic turmoil soon. Anyway, if you got anything out of that, please like, comment, subscribe, do the things that help the channel, and also check out ImogeneOlivia.com. It's the gender euphoric lingerie brand my partner and I started, and it's designed from the ground up for trans femmes. But anyone who wants to feel feminine can wear it, and we've tested it with all kinds of different folks of different genders, and every single person who has tried it loves it. So please check it out. And that being said, there should be a link down below. Let's keep on going.
Riverboat deck is going to town. All the viewers gather round. Twitch and YouTube is where she streams. All that content is bursting the scenes. Politics, gaming, and plenty more. Her sense of fashion you'll adore. So grab your stuff and hop aboard. We're going straight to Jack's Discord.